As a white male, should I feel guilty for the sins of my fathers? I affirm that they exist, but
Yeah.
should I feel guilty for them?
No. You should feel angry. And you should feel committed to doing something to address that legacy. It's like, for instance, with pollution, right? We think about the issue of pollution. Now, none of us in this room, to my knowledge, are individually responsible for having belched any toxic waste into the air or injected toxic waste into the soil or done any of the things. We didn't put lead paint in the housing, Individually, we're innocent of that. But someone did that stuff. And we're living with the legacy of it right now, or as the case may be, dying with the legacy of it, getting ill, right? So it isn't about feeling guilty about what someone did, even if you were like the direct heir of the chemical company that did the pollution. But it is about saying all of us in the society have to take responsibility for what we find in front of us. There's a big difference between guilt and responsibility. Guilt is what you feel for what you've done. Responsibility is what you take because of the kind of person that you are, right? And so if I see a set of social conditions that have been handed to me and which not only did wrong by others, but elevated me and give me advantage that I did not earn, it isn't about beating myself up. I'm not responsible for that having happened. I'm not to blame for it, so guilt is totally unproductive. But in order to live an ethical life, it seems to me, to live ethically and responsibly, I have to take some responsibility for the unearned advantage, which means working to change the society that bestows that advantage. It's not guilt, but it is responsibility. It's no different than, someone looking at the issue of pollution, or if you became the CFO of a company, you'd have to come, you wouldn't be able to come in and say, well, I intend to use the assets of this company and I intend to put them to greater use and I intend to use the revenue stream that we've got going. But that whole debt side of the ledger, no, I'm not paying any of that because I wasn't here when the other person ran all that debt up. You should have gotten them to pay it before you gave me the job. Now I'm here and I'm innocent. We would realize that made no sense. So it isn't about innocence. It isn't about guilt. It's about responsibility and something we all have to take. White folks have to take it. People of color have to take it. Men and women have to take it. Everybody has got to take it because we're living with that. If we don't do it, no one does it. And it doesn't get done. We're the only hope we have. So, yeah, you bet.